The last thing we need to do here is just polish up our spider and make sure that we have the ability to not only deal damage to our player, which we do through our acid effect, but that we can actually attack the spider. So if we look at the skeleton, or if we look at the enemy spider here, its health is going to be set to 1. And let's go ahead and restart this because it gets assigned in the initialization. We want to go ahead and say the health is going to be 1, and then we're instantly going to damage it. So here we have the acid effect, or here's our spider. Our health is set based on the inspector. So we need to say our health property is equal to the value in the inspector, which is base.health. All right, that's our parent class health. Let's save that. In the inspector, we'll assign it a value of 1. So here's our health. Let's set it to 1. And we should be able to destroy this. Now we need to make sure that we actually have an implementation for the spider. So right now our spider actually doesn't have anything inside its damage method. So let's go ahead and update that. Basically, for the spider being damaged, all we're going to do here is just check if our health is less than 1, that means it's 0, then we're going to say destroy this.gameObject. And once we've done this and everything is working, then all that's left to do now is just play their death animations instead of actually destroying them. So let's go ahead and get over there and test it out. All right, and if we wanted to, we may be able to add logic, or you're more than welcome to add logic to control how frequently it sprays acid. Now you'll notice here I'm attacking it and it's not working, and the reason for that is because there's no collider on it. So what I need to do here is simply just add a collider to our spider, similar to how we have one on our moss giant and everything else. So on enemy spider here, let's add a box collider 2D. Let's edit the collider and just get it around its body. So we'll adjust the handles. Make sure trigger is set to true. And last but not least, we can set the layer to be enemy. All right, let's save this. Click your player. Make sure everything is okay there. Let's run it again and we should be good. As an added bonus challenge to yourself, I would definitely recommend experimenting with how to limit the ability of how frequently we fire. It's definitely a good challenge for you to solve on your own, and you definitely have the knowledge capable to do so. All right, so let's go ahead and run over here. All right, and we'll attack the spider. And it looks like we're still not necessarily hitting it. And I believe that's because our sword is swinging above it, if I had to guess. Let's go ahead and just check that out real quick. Here is our enemy spider. And our player has a rigid body, 2D. Our hitbox has a rigid body and a collider. And our attack script. Now it looks like, what is our attack script doing? Our attack script is looking for the iDamageable contract. So if we look at our spider, we do implement the iDamageable contract, but it's not destroying our spider. So let's add a debug.log here and see if our spider is actually getting hit. So let's call spider damage. Let's save that. And then another thing is I want to make sure that we're actually hitting it. So I'm going to increase the collider size. So if we select the spider, the enemy spider, let's increase the collider here, the height of it, just so we can allow our player to actually hit. Let's save this. Let's hop back into Unity and test this out. Okay, and we'll make our way over there again. All right, so spider damage is occurring. However, it is not actually destroying it. Oh, and that is because we are not subtracting 1. So here we call our damage method. We then need to say our property health minus minus. So we subtract 1 from health, and that's going to allow us to actually kill the spider. All right, guys, that wraps up the attack system for this game. I will see you guys in the next video. We're going to add the final touches, which is our death animation.